Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got our Virus Metal Greymon mat and our Black Aguman helping us out. Today we're going to do something a little different. The latest booster set got pushed back by a month, so New Hero, which I was expecting to come out at the end of April, is now coming out at the end of May. So instead of doing new cards, we're going to take a look back at Great Legends. Again, I bought this box a while ago, and I figure with the new set coming out, which being BT08, we could take a look at BT04 and see if any of the cards still seem viable with the new things we've seen in the 5, the 6, the 7, and the EX set. So without further ado, let's get this open. There we go. Starting off, we got the box topper of Thomas. 3 play cost. On play, trigger draw 1 card from your deck. Main, if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, you may suspend this tamer to unsuspend one of your Digimon with Gao in its name. And the security effect is play this card without paying its memory cost. This I would see as a side deck card, I think, because you'll be playing a blue deck. It's most likely going to be one that has a Gao a lot in it. And I can really only see this being useful against going against another blue deck, because they're the ones that get a lot of the cards in their hands. Maybe purple as well, because they have some cards where it's like draw 2 cards, trash 1 card, and then if you combo that with one of their cards that's when this card is trashed, draw a card, you might be able to get up to 8. So this card seems very situational to me. Alright, so we're going to do what we've done all the time, which is we're going to go with 4 packs. I will say, it seems like it's been a while since we've gotten new counter cards, so I'm excited to see what the new ones for the next set are going to be. So we got Liloman. This is a straight up vanilla 2 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 5,000 DP. Fair for a rookie rush. It still stands up, I'd say. Riku Slimmon, I'm not saying that at all correctly. 11 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 11,000 DP. When attacking, trash the bottom Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. When you do so, trigger draw 1 card and gain 1 memory. I like this guy, mainly because if you get multiple attacks off with him, you'd be able to draw multiple cards, gain memory, and that will allow you to get that 8 cards in the blue deck. Not sure how well he holds up. I'd put him at like a side deck level or a secondary mega. Definitely not your primary. We got Fugamon, which is a 3 play cost, 1 Digivolution cost, 3,000 DP, vanilla. Nothing crazy about this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna say this guy doesn't make the cut because that is a low DP cost for a play cost of 3, whereas Liloman was a play cost of 2. He was a rookie, so he could come out and just steamroll this guy. And that's really how you have to look at vanillas at this point, I feel. It's more of the... It feels kind of like what happened with Yu-Gi-Oh! Where at the beginning sets, like, vanillas were all over the place on power levels. And then they started being like, well, they don't have effects, so they need to be stronger. And this guy seems before that, so he's not strong enough, I feel, to put in a deck. We got Makomon. who is a 5 play cost, a 2 Digivolution cost, 4,000 DP. On play, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP for the turn, and no inherited effect. This is a play cost, so you would have to do the 5 play to reduce an opponent's for minus 4,000. That seems kind of steep to me. I would probably pass on that one, the current meta. We got Grappa Leomon. It's a 7 play cost, a 2 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP. When attacking, gain 1 memory, no inherited effect. He's too weak for this attack thing. Plus, it's a level 5. I can really only see using him if you're suspending an opponent's and then attacking into it. He's one of the cheap Digivolutions. That's why he's kind of lackluster. But because he's a cheap Digivolution, that gain memory doesn't go along with the DP value well enough to play. I would say skip this one. We got Cerebrus Man, who's a 6 play cost, a 3 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP. On deletion, trigger, draw 2 cards from your deck, then trash 1 card in your hand. No inherited ability. Again, he's too low of a play cost. Like, you're going to play him, and what's going to happen? Your opponent's not going to try to attack into him, which means you've got to smash him into something. So either you pay the 6 and wait a turn to smash, or pay the 3 to Digivolve over other things you have and smash it into something. Which, if it's got the Devamon underneath it, at least it gets the retaliation. But paying that much resources doesn't seem like a good idea. This one's another pass for me. Golemon, 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 3,000 DP. All turns, all of your black Digimon get plus 1,000 DP. And that is an active effect, not an inherited effect. If it was an inherited effect, I would give this guy a solid go. But because it's an active effect, he's got 4,000 DP. Even if you put 4 of them out on the field, that's 7,000 DP. And those are 4 Golemons that can't Digivolve because you'll lose that effect. So this guy doesn't make the cut again because of the low DP to me. Spinalmon, 10 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 10,000 DP. Your turn, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP. I could see this one being in a side deck because he is that low Digivolution cost, and he would go up to 13. So he might be able to steamroll over a couple things, but I definitely would not put this in a main deck because without any extra effects, he doesn't seem worth it. I'll drag you into the depths. A 1 play cost, main effect. All of your Digimon gain your turn when attacking an opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. Delete that Digimon for the turn. And security, add this card to its owner's hand. So this is again just kind of one where you are running low levels into ones without Digivolution cards. Because otherwise, like, it doesn't really matter. Because most likely you're going to attack Digimon that your Digimon can defeat. The only way this one makes sense to me is if you can't defeat it, and that means that you are running a rookie into a Mega that is suspended, and so you get that ability. Which, that's good, but you'd have to play maybe a sideboard, a side deck again. Run one in a side deck, I'd say. Because it's situational. We got Misimon. While your Digimon has D Brigade in its type, it gets plus 1,000 DP. Like I've said with so many other cards like this, it is very situational because you're running it in a D Brigade deck. If you're using a D Brigade deck, this probably would be fine. Otherwise, go with one of the others. In fact, Sunamon might be better because they're just like when you play a Digimon with the same name as this Digimon, it gets effects. So that kind of means that it doesn't have to be D Brigade. It just has to be the same type, and you get some extra effects. This one might even be a pass. We got Hell's Gate, which is a 6 play cost. Main, delete one of your opponent's level 6 or higher Digimon. Security effect, add this card to its owner's hand. This is still a solid sideboard. I'm not sure if I would... I might put it in the main deck at 1, depending on what I'm playing. Simply because this is going to get rid of some of the higher Big Trouble cards. And then we got Aldemon. So that's pretty cool. So, Aldemon is an 8 play cost, a 3 Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. He gets +1 security attack. Your turn, while this Digimon Digivolution cards include a Digimon card with hybrid in its form, or a red Tamer card, it gets +4,000 DP. And no inherited effect. So it goes from a 7,000 to an 11,000. +2 security at a level 5. This one's iffy whether I like it or not. Again, maybe a sideboard. Main problem is it doesn't have the inheriting effects, which I'm a big fan of. Because you want to try to build up to that. This kind of is just like, well, this is the last one in the line, because as soon as you cover that, it loses it. So, second pack. Starting off with a Pytomon. It is a 6 play cost, a 1 Digivolution cost, 5,000 DP. It has blocker, and when it attacks, it loses 2 memory. So this is the old blocker type. We now know that they've lost that, and it's just like they can't attack or something like that. Different side deck material. Because of the Digivolution cost being so low, the 5,000, that is low, but it's going to stop any rookie rush. The 6 play cost is super high for that, though. So Digivolving into it, I would see just to kind of stop things from happening. But he's got no inherited ability, which doesn't give it later usefulness. Gusukomon, 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 10,000 DP. Vanilla, not worth it at a level 5. We see Vanillas with like 2 Digivolution costs now, and much lower play cost. Trymon, 5 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP. Vanilla, again, we're like still kind of in the early points where they weren't sure exactly how, like, you don't want to go too high because power creep will happen super quick if you do. This guy's just kind of like a filler evolution because of the low Digivolution cost. I wouldn't use it. Tankdramon, he's a D Brigade, so this is part of an archetype. 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. Your turn, when one of your other Digimon with D Brigade in its type is deleted, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. You may play one Commandramon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. This one seems more viable now than when it came out because we've got more Commandramons out in the sets. I think we have either 2 or maybe even 3 different ones. So when this one came out, there was only 1 to my knowledge. Now that there is 3, it makes a lot more sense. If you're playing the D Brigade deck, worth it. Otherwise, pass it over. Just what you have to say really about any archetypes. Neodevamon, alright, one of my favorites. 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. Opponent's turn, when an opponent plays a Tamer, gain 3 memory. And his inherited effect is when an opponent's Tamer becomes suspended, gain 1 memory. In the current meta with hybrids, this guy is really good for a purple deck because it can help slow them down. Because it's not once per turn. So if you play this guy down, he's only got a 7,000 body, which isn't great. But the opponent is going to play down a Tamer, and instead of costing like the 4 that it costs, it's going to cost them the 4. Then you're going to gain another 3 memory, so it's costing them 7. Even the lower ones that cost 2 would turn to 5. So right now in the meta, this guy seems good as a side deck to me. If you can work him into the main deck, great, but I think a solid side deck. Next up, we got Aguman, a 3-play cost, a 0 Digivolution cost, 2000 DP. Your turn, when this card is trashed due to activating a Digimon's Digiburst, return this card to its owner's hand. If you're running a Digiburst deck, this is a pretty good one, because you could run fewer rookies by using the Digiburst effect. In the current meta, I'd probably pass over it, only because I don't use a lot of Digiburst. I haven't seen a lot of people that use the Digiburst effect to its fullest. So it pretty much just seems to me like a vanilla with 2000. Speaking of Villanelles, we got Fugamon, a 3-play cost, 1 Digivolution cost, 3000 DP. Nothing special about this guy. The low Digivolution cost makes me think it might fit in some decks for that rushing up to higher levels. But other than that, this guy's a pass. Bancho Golem, 11 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 11,000 DP. It's got the blocker ability, and opponent's turn, while your opponent has 3 or more Digimon cards in play, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP. So it's almost always going to get that, unless you are just like steamrolling your opponent. So it's going to have 14. It's going to be a blocker. Black likes to reboot. This guy could be a solid secondary mega to me, not a primary for the deck. We got Roach Mon, vanilla, 3 play cost, 1 Digivolution cost, 3000 DP, no abilities. So this is the green version of a Tobimon or whatever we just pulled, right? Yeah, they are the exact same. So yeah, same thing I said about that. Kind of situational, not great. We got a Budmon, which is just straight up inherited ability. Your turn, while this Digimon has Digiburst, it gains plus 1000 DP. Again, I don't use Digiburst a lot. I haven't seen a lot of people because you're kind of using up resources for an effect now. So to me, this one's probably a pass. We got a Bancho Leomon, a 12 play cost, a 3 Digivolution cost, 11,000 DP. On deletion, suspend up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon. Again, you are... when it's deleted, that's going to happen. So you're kind of looking for your opponent to delete it. So that means you're making this guy big enough of a threat, which means you've put some resources in, and then your opponent has to delete him. Not crazy about that. And then we got Kari. Okay, here's a tamer, with tamers being so prevalent. How does she hold up now? A 3 play cost, all turns. When a card is removed from your security stack, you may suspend this tamer to gain 1 memory. And her security effect is play this card without paying its memory cost. That's not horrible, especially because it's not once per turn. So playing this in like a purple-yellow deck, you could definitely get that ability off multiple times a turn, and you could be doing it. So this one's a solid maybe, I'd say. I could see that being useful. Third pack. We got a Blimpmon, another vanilla, 6 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. I haven't used this guy before. I don't see a reason to use him now. It's a level 4, so it is a champion. It's a good body for a champion, but other than that, I feel like there are better effects to give. Falcomon, a 2 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 5,000 DP. A solid choice if you can't find more rookies to put in your deck because of his low play cost. And he's got a high Digivolution cost, but that means that you could just play him for the 2, which is not bad. We got Riku Slimmon, which we've already seen. Vermiliamon, a 5 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 8,000 DP. He's a level 5 though. So that is, again, a little much. I think I'd pass. Hippogriffamon. 6 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP. Active effect, when attacking, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. So that means this guy could trade out with a 9,000 on its own. Which, that seems like, again, too much to do. If it's got some other reductions in its stack, that could work, or if you're playing other cards. Again, I'd pass on this one. We got Cerebrus Man again. We got Liloman, 5 play cost, a 2 Digivolution cost, 5,000 DP. When Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 DP or less. And no inherited effect. This is not a good one again. I would not use it. Kendo Garurumon. Okay, so it's 6 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP. You may Digivolve this card from a tamer. When attacking, return one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all Digivolution cards of that Digimon. Good early game, but as the game goes on, that is not a good effect. Because unless you're playing again versus a Rookie Rush, how many level 3 Digimon are they going to have? And if it is a Rookie Rush, the rookies probably don't have anything underneath them. Aguman, another hybrid. So 5 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 5,000 DP, the regular Digivolve from a Tamer effect, and no inherited effect. So yeah, this guy's basically a vanilla. I'm not a fan of it. Speaking of vanillas, Makomon, 5 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP, no inherited effect. He was your average champion at the time, but now he's kind of underwhelming. Pollen Spray, a 3 play cost. Main effect, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add all Digimon cards with Digiburst among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then suspend one of your opponent's Digimon for each card added to your hand by this effect. Digiburst is not really in favor again at the moment. It's all about the hybrid Digimon, so I would pass on this unless we get some more Digiburst Digimon. I don't see this one being used a lot. Zed Guru, 11 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. When Digivolving, Digiburst 2, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. Trash all the Digivolution cards of that Digimon. It's a level 6, so it's going to take the place of a Mega. But you do get to do that. But it only works on level 5 or lower. I could see this one as a side deck, but I wouldn't put it in a main deck. Alright, last pack. I should probably make a stack of the ones that I thought that were good versus the ones that weren't. We got a Growlmon, 4 play cost, a 2 Digivolution cost, 4,000 DP. No active effect, but an inherited effect of your turn while you have 3 or fewer security cards. This Digimon gets plus 1,000 DP. I mean, with yellow, you could definitely make less than 3 security cards pretty easy. I feel like the plus 1,000 is kind of overwhelming, though. If you can figure out a playstyle for it, great. Otherwise, I would pass. Starbymon, another hybrid. 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 2,000 DP. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 blue Digimon card with hybrid in its form and or 1 blue Tamer card among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. This one is a staple currently, I would say, because again, we are seeing a lot of hybrid play. And this one allows you to pull essentially 2 cards out of the top 3 cards of your deck, with one of them being a blue Digimon with hybrid and one of them being a blue Tamer. So this one is very useful at the moment. I would definitely throw this into a blue hybrid deck. Goblin, 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 4,000 DP vanilla. Nothing amazing. I would much rather play rookies with inherited effects or active effects to play them out. Makomon again. Atomic Inferno, a 1 play cost. One of your Digimon with hybrid in its form gets plus 3000 DP and security attack +1. And your turn, when this Digimon is blocked, gain 3 memory for the turn. Definitely a side deck card for me. Maybe a main deck if you could build around this. Again, hybrids are really popular right now. And with red and blue essentially having more for a little while, because Aguni and Kendo were out for a while longer in their lines before we started seeing the other ones in the next set. I feel like this could be a good card. Cyclone Kick, a 4 play cost. Main effect, unsuspend one of your Digimon and suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And security effect, activate this card's main effect. I could see this as definitely make it into a deck. Because being able to unsuspend one of your Digimon and then suspending one of your opponents and then being able to attack into it, that could be very useful. Or you could combo it with another green card where it's... I've seen ones where it's like your opponent's suspended Digimon don't unsuspend during their next unsuspend phase. So this could definitely combo with a lot of green. Jack Raid, a 0 play cost. Gain 1 memory for every 10 cards in your trash. Security effect, gain 2 memory. Definitely a side deck. I'm not sure how much of a main deck card it is. Because I don't get to the point where I have a lot of cards in my trash by the end of the game. This seems again like one that was used during the Digiburst time. Sunrizamon, a 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 2000 DP. No active effect, but an inherited effect of when this card is trashed due to activating this card's Digiburst, return this card to its owner's hand. So this is the black version of the Aguman we saw a while ago. Again, we're not seeing a lot of Digibursts, so this is basically a vanilla to me. I would pass. Sunflowmon, a 5 play cost, a 2 Digivolution cost, 5000 DP. Main effect, Digiburst 2. One of your opponent's suspended Digimon doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. So yeah, comboing with the other one where you get to unsuspend and suspend one of theirs, then you could Digivolve into this, take off the 2 below it to make so that one doesn't unsuspend. That could buy you some time and disrupt their plays. Definite side deck material. Not sure about main deck. Don't think so, though. Sakutomon. He has the inherited ability of, when attacking, once per turn, if this Digimon is level 7, gain 1 memory. To me, that is very underwhelming. Because you've already got your level 7 out. Like, how much more memory at that point do you need? I'd probably pass. Commandramon. 3 play cost, 0 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. On deletion, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Commandramon among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So again, back when this guy came out, not great. Now that we've got at least 2, maybe 3 Commandramons, this guy's a lot better, and he's part of the Deep Brigade archetype, so if you're playing Deep Brigade, this one could be worth it. And then finally, we have already seen Hell's Gate. So there we go. There's the first 4 packs of this. I know this is kind of weird, seeing as how we're going back, but just taking a look and seeing how these handle up over time. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the cards we've seen so far have kept up? Do you think that I'm completely wrong, that some of these cards have some hidden power that I'm not seeing? If you do, leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you haven't, please subscribe. It really does help. And until then, I will see you next time.